Hey, this is Alexandrake, and this is the Letter. Let's dive in and see where this takes us, shall we? So last time, went to the theatre, had some time with a friend, some drama, apparently, and nearly everyone has seen the Letter itself. So, where this will lead, let's find out, shall we? Sounds good? Grand. The knowledge that he'll always wait up in an empty apartment with no one to tell stories to.
What time is it?
Habits force me to look at the clock, even with the soreness weighing heavy on my shoulders and the compulsion to never leave my bed for the day. Did you went to the hospital at one point before last night? Did you not? I don't know, I think you probably should. New relationship things. I'll tell you, so I annoyed Rebecca, because of course I did. Saturday, you know, I had to. He was beautiful. Journal. No, nothing new. Cool. Anyway, in a heartbeat, I'm up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep. Towel? Where's my towel?
Admittedly, it's a weekend, and as an unspoken rule, that entitles me to an extra hours of sleep. But if Rose didn't tell me yesterday, she sure as hell will now. And right after what happened? Oh Lord, one box of donuts as peace offerings won't be enough the second time around. Grab my towel, I'm already a few short steps away from the bathroom when a muffled ringing breaks out from my bed. There's a moment of indecision first, my mind conflicted whether I should just ignore it or answer it. What if it's Rose? Or worse, our boss? In the end, the irrational part of my brain wins out. The edit from yesterday peeks out when I pull the device out. Just a sign if it is enough for me to put in a foul mood and hates every force of will for me to ignore it in favour of answering the call. Oh, the call ID reads Mama.
Huh?
It's around 4:45 p.m. in the Philippines right now.
That's an unusual time for them to call.
Usually it's around noontime here, and I'm the one to but not the other way around. But if they use that money on something else, then an international call. Regardless, in the most cheerful tone I can ever.
Hello?
Hello? Grace? How are you?
Mama! I'm doing okay. How are you guys over there?
We're good. EJ won a storytelling contest at school the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
There's a tired yint in her voice as she speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. I wish there was something I can do for her. With her miles away like this, the least I'm able to is to not make her worry. If only my older brother would actually lend her a hand, but Lord knows if that will ever happen. Odds are Jordan's already out drinking right now. I don't tell my older sister either, knowing she has a family of her own, and well, oh yeah, she did have a bit of family. And financial situation isn't exactly great right now, had run herself knee deep in debt. Oh,
Great!
God.
That's great! Tell him congratulations from me. And let him know I'm gonna send him a little something extra this Christmas. How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay?
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy. And Papa? How's Papa doing?
It's a subject I'm a bit hesitant to approach. From the way Mama's voice hitches, she doesn't want to bring it up either.
Papa. Grace, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite, he's having trouble swallowing, and lost a few pounds. But the doctor said we should keep encouraging him. It just means his body's accepting his new treatment well. The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
Even though this is a horror channel, I'm addicted to the music. So upbeat, so calming. I am feeling I'm watching an anime show. And I love it. This has a sweet spot for me, somehow.
Oh, I see. That's good.
I really do want that ram. I really do. It's so cute. Come on. I won't deny that in life is on tougher for our family. It used to be easier back when Papa was in good shape. But ever since he was diagnosed with a sickness 5 years ago, he had been unable to provide for us. Now the burden of feeding 8 mouths, wow, and setting Papa's bills all rest on my shoulder. Oh, yes. Although Mama makes a year to accepting sewing and yawn jobs in the neighbourhood, it's scarcely enough to cover the cost of the day-to-day living, yet alone the building hospital bills. Oh, bless them. We can't even expect help from our own government because the health insurance there barely covers anything.
I'm sure he'll get better soon.
Oh dear.
Is he well enough to talk? Do you think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Science. I started to think the tool got tart until...
Listen, Grace. Maybe it's better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital. Somewhere cheaper?
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
No, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good. Even the doctors. But I'm worried you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
Mama, we've been through this before. I want the best for Papa. And don't worry about the bills or the medicine, or me for that matter. I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Hopefully. If not, then I'll find another way. She doesn't need to know that. Sorry, Mama. You taught me not to lie, yet you do what I'm doing.
I'll have money to send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. And there's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition, too.
Oh, yes, sir. That's better.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate it. We all do. But I just wish you'd come home to us soon.
Ah. Oh. Tariata, you... Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. When are you coming home? EJ the youngest used to be the only person asking me that. How do you respond to a question you don't have a definitive answer to? 5 years later, I still can't give them a straight one. A smile through Mama can't see it. I fight to keep my lips from quivering, my voice from shaking. She's not enough in a pain as it is. No need to weigh her down with unnecessary concerns.
Promise me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
There's a small commotion on the other end. Sound of dates open, the voice of a child, EJ, torn his sunny by the stay at the store, tapping off feet on the floorboards as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I can still picture the whole scene in my mind. How tall he is now. Are the neighbour kids bullying him now that I'm not around, or did Mama rearrange the furniture in the room again? What are you having for dinner today? I miss them. I miss them so much.
It's okay, Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today. I'll call again soon, alright?
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take care of yourself, dear. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
It ends with a soft kick, even half-truths and empty promises hanging in the air. Close my eyes for a moment, I take a deep breath and shake away the thoughts begin to swim inside my head. It's pointless to mull over things right now.
Okay, Isabella. Time to get that mansion sold.
Fortunately, before I can take a single step away from phone, it rings the den. No doubt Mama forgot to say something.
Mama? Did you forget anything?
Excuse you? I'm too young to be your mom. Are you still sleeping? Hold on, never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry!
Office? What about the open house? Oh no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Am I in trouble? Oh god, oh god, oh god! I'm gonna get yelled at, aren't I? What do I do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts if...
No, it's nothing like that. Will you calm down? Get yourself here, alright? I'll tell you everything then.
Okay. There's a telltale din of several feet suffering against some wooden flooring and an instant yell in the background before Rose touched the connection. This isn't in any way comforting. But it's enough reason for me to hastily start my phone and finish my shower in record time. Nice. Made it to our office within 20 minutes of viewing my apartment, to be disheveled and out of breath. A feat if I take into account my usual travel time. Routine jammer, comment to reality to operation. The Oxman's office greets me as soon as my feet crosses the threshold. Papers rustling, telephones reading at sporadic intervals, agents taking a varying volumes. Talking, oh my god. Staff moving about and what did I do?
Where the hell is C? Where are my employees? What the actual fuck, guys? Of all the times to disappear without notice.
He sounds yuffie. My boss's words turns muffled as someone else chases the door to his office, directly the work of our HR manager. Oh no. Or die. Throughout the past week, he's been in a bad mood over the few employees who have failed to report to work. I hear they're still trying to get hold of them, but to no avail. The result is half their workload have been shifted to all available staff, as to not use clients. Though I mind the extra word, if anything, it means I have more to send to my family back home. Although rumours of a brand's chosen circulating because this is indeed a bit worrisome. My bad Bay turns to the top of the table and Rose pulls me aside.
Here, I need you to help me with these papers. If you could also get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
One after another, she thrusts a bunch of paperwork into my hands without explanation. A page flutters away from the top of the page, and knee down to pick it up, my eyes stand at the top of the page as I straighten. Oh, purchase and sale agreement. Rose simply gestures her thumb in the direction of our visitor lounge when I tilt my head in question. There, seated on the sofa and using debris out of place in the humbly decorated room, is the same table from the day before. Oh no. Vampires. The rights, man. Something bubbles up in my throat. The presence in the office can only mean one thing.
They're buying it? We got a deal?
She sweats at my hand, turning her sleeve, though her eyes are young, with something akin to joy. She wants this sale to happen as much as I do, and now that it's here, the deal needs to be closed, yet the documents need to be signed still, but the elation is still there. The one with the road and fear, and I can't quite pinpoint.
I had to do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property, even before they attended the open house. I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madame Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once. What do you mean?
They're paying 15% higher than the listing price, as long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible.
They made bank. Nice.
I think if we allow it, they'll be paying up front, too.
Nice.
Even with that urban legend?
What's nuts?
Oh, I was so sure we lost the sale after yesterday.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Please. I'll happily do the paperwork duty, Rose. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal blessing.
Don't they have better things to spend money on? I'll have it down to the lowest possible price if I were in this case, especially with the stories attached to it. Not that my opinion matters one bit here. We're just the agents who are going to receive the hefty commission after all, nothing more. Rose did me a pat on the shoulder, signaling that she's heading back to them, an unspoken instruction for me to follow after I'm done. Doesn't take me on to finish the work that she left me. In fact, having her boss sign the agreement is the easiest since it has put him in a better mood to the entire office reefs. Madam Hannah tools me over for the moment she noticed my presence at the lounge door. Her lips are entwined in a frown. She doesn't seem particularly happy to see me, and I'm not surprised. He wouldn't be, I almost traded the scene. Mr. Wright, however...
Why, if it isn't the little Lily? I trust you're feeling well now.
It's Isabella, sir, not Lily. I appreciate your concern. I'm feeling better now.
I really don't understand why they can't get my name right. It's a very common name, it shouldn't be too hard to remember. Regardless, I hand him the copy of the agreement.
I believe I can take that. Thank you very much.
Without any issue cuts the papers off my hands, it's easy to think that there isn't any trace of irritation in her. But it is there, radiating a stiff stance in the way that she stands at the fair distance from my husband, and now the two yet to be annoying each other. Seeing as it soon becomes clear to me that I'm not the one who has to put her in the bad mood. Do they fight? Most probably. I've seen it happen a dozen times with my previous clients. It's a shame, especially with their new mansion. I never did the item with my own Mama and Papa fight. I hope they make it up soon. Apparently satisfied with what she has seen, God, I'm saying the word Mama too much. Mom, Hannah taps her hands together before extending us to shade. Rose and I reached the breath we've been holding, both of us more than happy to return the gesture.
That settles it then?
Are you really sure about this property, ma'am? We could easily find you a bigger one among our current listings. Something with a modern touch?
Something not haunted, perhaps. Rose shoots me a warning glance and she says, "Don't make a scene. We're almost there."
Of course, why wouldn't I be? The house is absolutely perfect, isn't it, darling?
A helipad would still be a nice addition.
Yes, well, we'll get there eventually, love. As I was saying, if your partner had the documents yesterday, we would have bought it right there immediately. Shame she didn't have it.
Well, there's still a few necessary documents we need you to sign after, but we'll let you know once we have those finalized. We'll be handling the process for the rest, so don't worry about it, ma'am.
Within a week, I hope. We still have a housewarming party to plan, after all. You know how much thought to be put into those things.
Oh my god.
There are servants for that, darling.
Love, servants or not, you're going to make people listen to your input nonetheless.
No more than a week, ma'am. Barring unexpected delay, of course. You can leave it to us.
Excellent. Well then, I'll leave you two to it. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, and before we forget...
She strictly throws something into both her hands and winks, a finger raised to her yips demanding a silence.
What happened the day before was quite unfortunate, but you did get us what we wanted in the end. That, at the very least, is commendable.
Okay.
But this is... Ma'am, I can't accept this.
Don't you worry, darling. It's a small thing coming from us.
Oh.
Consider this your bonus for a job well done.
I say it then. Is it wrong to punch a rich person in the face while you're trying to sell them a property? I don't think it is. This is most sweetie, this is simply the most normal thing to do in the world.
Oh, before I forget, my lovely interior designer would appreciate it if you hand her a copy of the floor plan as soon as possible. She's dying to work on the house. You can do that, yes? Here's her contact.
Certainly, ma'am. We'll have it processed as soon as possible.
I knew I could count on you, lovelies. I hope to see you two soon so we can get this closed.
Just like that, the transaction over and done with. The mind's still reading even after what the other agents would kill to have challenge like them. Part of me feels judgy about the fact that no lengthy negotiations, no sudden change of minds, just talk, signature, a few handshakes here and there, and we're done. Yeah, sums off for that. Not on a buy. I would still be hesitant if I saw that Yetta, if I had to buy a property, but... Nah, that went too smoothly. Too smooth. Too smooth. The other part? So though, we sold a haunted mansion to two innocent clients. Their problem, not ours. We are just in the business. Short admission is bid enough to continue funding Papa's treatment and hospitalization, bid enough to pay for all four of us siblings' schooling. Don't worry about it. Take the money, then out of here. You done your job. You all did. Head, it'll take me away from the innocent noodle diet for months. I don't have to go back to the mansion as well. Once the deal has been closed, much to my sanity's relief. Just get out of there. Take all the money. Give the dran the life. Come on. You don't need to do that. But no, there's something in there, and we gave it to a dead couple, despite that they're not dead. They're not dead. Oh, as well, the things you do to sell a house and net money. Pa won't be happy with that. Just be a capital years. It's fine. You'll be fine. And yes, I have good news to tell next time I call home. The old I told Mama this morning isn't the eye anymore.
Well, there's something. So how does it feel?
How does what feel?
Your first big multi-million-pound sale, silly. I know you've been with us for years, but this has got to be memorable for you.
Memorable is an understatement, Rose.
Come on, show some enthusiasm. They gave us a bonus, too, aside from the commission and the other bonus boss promised.
You made it back.
What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. Send it home, probably?
All of it?
Not everything, of course. Most of it. I'll leave some for my living expenses.
Listen here, Isabella. I'll teach you something I should have told you before we ended your training.
She swings an arm over my shoulder and leans in closer to my ear, as though she's about to share a bit of secret.
It's okay to celebrate from time to time.
I don't get it.
It's simple. Go out, do something for yourself. Throw a party and treat your friends to free food. Didn't you say the last one's some sort of tradition back at home for you? Hello, this is practically a done deal.
Isn't throwing a party a bit excessive?
Your call. I won't say no to an invitation, by the way, in case you really are planning to throw one. A few drinks would be nice too, thank you very much.
I don't think my apartment's big enough for that.
You could always move? Bloody hell, you're working in real estate.
I think I'll pass. That's too much of an unnecessary expense for me. But I did promise Becca free lunch in case the sale goes well.
You go do that. Hold on a sec.
Trinity moves herself from me to answer the phone on her desk. Her tone shifts from playful to professional in a span of a few seconds.
Today? Not a problem, ma'am. I could bring you a copy of the contract if...
Must be another client. Nothing surprising there, she's one of BRC's top agents, no matter how modest she appears. A saleswoman through and through. I, on the other hand, have very little knack for it. Of course, I eventually, I had to. But someone who else will without doubt do a better job. Once though, I'm in a drunken stupor. Rose tells me the story of what could have been. Years ago, wide-eyed, young, brimming with yet to be fulfilled dreams and ambition, she is a term or two away from a nurse industry. Out of curiosity, I never passed on the matter further. But perhaps it's where the sense of fondness started. My words are just dying on me. I'm sorry. A small connection due to one similar experience in our respective yards. Of those we both yet passes us because of circumstances we're in.
I'd be happy to discuss this over tea, ma'am. All right, I'll be there. Thank you.
New client?
Reassigned.
Oh, wow.
Have you heard from Mark at all?
Not since the first visit to the mansion.
Wait, is Mark... Wait, did they disappear?
Why? No news from the HR yet?
None at all. Boss thinks he ran away. I doubt it, though. He's too much of a wimp for that. There must be another reason. Who knows? Anyway, I've got to meet this one. I'll see you later.
She throws a wave over her shoulder as she rushes out of the office. The lunchtime bell sounds shortly after, followed by the chatter of fellow agents also heading out for the much-needed break. That's a yawn spell. No. Ordinarily, there's no need for me to do out. But overseeing within the hour of the luxury of packing my own lunch today, if one considers taking an instant noodle tuck from my pantry, packing your lunch. Time I made a deal on the promise, I made to better, I suppose. Maybe invite Sat and Ash too. In the end, only Better and Sat to Tom. Ash, on the other hand, couldn't be reached, so all my tools went straight to his voicemail. He's out then, right here today, gone the next day. Oh well, it's yours. We have agreed to meet at a nearby cafe, the same one I frequent with Better, because it's cheap and they give away free bread across chosen time. You should be doing all out with the money. Don't you abuse it, come on. Come on, Isabella, abuse it. Trained a little old-fashioned though, it's a wee bit out of place amidst the city's tall buildings, but we love it all the same. Much of its facade, the interior carries an antique charm to it. Finished art pieces on a row of shelves, a bolstering an exclusive collection of books covering the walls. Oh, the music! Oh, it's telling me places, I swear. This is a horror channel. Don't worry, it is. I'm just falling in the other music. Frankie, Better, and Sad have already found seats on a date and some casual chatter when I arrive. It's a strange seeing the two of them badass accompanying the other. They've never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, yeah, after the same things, when there's something funny, but there's distance, the time born purely out of different interests. That or Sad simply afraid of Better. Probably. It's not impossible, and I won't blame him if he is. It might be the tourist injury, but everyone knows that it means nothing against Better's temper. Ah. Here I am, evil stared of her.
Zach! Becca!
Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened? I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
Don't rush me. Let's order food first, okay?
Waiters comes by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Better will order a hefty serving of their special vegetarian stoofy. Not actually sure what that is. I'm curious now. Sat tries anything with a good helping of meat, such as potatoes in it. Ah! Dear boy, Sat. But today is a good day, great even. But it's not wrong to indulge it, alright? Of course not.
Today's special. For the three of us.
Even the person jotting down an order gets surprised at today's meal choice. She writes it, never yes, and leaves without comment. Better folds her eyebrows, her mouth halfway open, ready to get use what's likely a strain of reprimands.
Don't worry, it's my treat.
The air she sends my way reminds me of the one I received from Mama when I punched the kid boy in my younger brother 18 years ago. Nice. Naturally, I never did Dan after she made me apologise the next day. Better is far from being my mum. A small sheepish grin is enough to turn that frown into a defeated sigh. Food arrives in the middle of a funny story from Sat, putting the rest of the conversation on hold as we each served our order. It isn't anything fancy. That is fancy. Pan roast sea bass with citrus dressed asparagus, a portion of mashed potatoes on the side, or at least that's what the day's special board says. Whew. I haven't eaten anything today so far, and this shit's beautiful. Why is it that anime food always gets amazing? Or anything in this style, anyway. You just know what they're doing. They get you. They get you, dude. I never did any attention on it, whatever. I came here since the price, whenever it's written, way above what I'm willing to spend on the food on a single day.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
You're always hungry.
Hey, not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
Not on purpose.
Bit told out, but sure.
I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say it, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
An expected grin breaks out of my face, except...
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
But only raised an eyebrow at me while Sat appears that he didn't get the punchline to another game joke Ash made. And is desperately searching for someone to explain it. Ash is not here, so we should celebrate... Oh, bummer, maybe I should rephrase it. My instant noodle days are... That'll make Better happy, I suppose.
Okay, let me do that again. Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
As the news sinks in, the espresso dose from sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. That's more like it.
You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
Oh, is your first name Maria? Despite doing for Isabella. Oh, cool.
Seriously?
Hold it, Belle. You sold the house?
Yep.
Which house is this? In Anselm Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh, wow. That's...
See, it's sort of hum, although she's nodding, she gives the impression of someone who has heard something unbelievable and is still focusing her brain to absorb it. I'll tell you, I've done better with Rebecca. Oh! I believe my relationship with Satori has also increased. That's what I'm talking about. Did you think we wouldn't be able to sell it? Have some faith in me, better. I'm not your best friend, or what?
You don't believe me?
Words come out of my mouth before I to stop them. I've been trying to avoid bringing up yesterday's year's spat, and judging from the yurts on their faces, it seems they are too. Me and my supermouth.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you. But don't you think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
It happens from time to time.
Yeah, but look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something.
Don't question it. Take it. Get out of here. Spend the money.
What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know, they're a fraud, or they suddenly back out?
I'm sure there's some sort of ways to keep the money still.
Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Nah.
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
Nah, it'll be fine.
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
Pressured me into it more, right? But I'm not gonna tell Bette about that, knowing her, she'll only worry.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
The Wrights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to get the property, she forgot to buy it. At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Something as in...
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
I'm more surprised you accepted it.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house. If Rose didn't stop them, they'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
You don't really think they believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle.
It depends. Some sort of, Dose Hunted channels would disagree with that.
Well, there's you.
Right. You know what? I'll just eat all of these by myself.
I didn't have the plates to my side and food in each, still untouched. The app almost sticks in my mouth with the way Sats's present quickly changed his disappointment. Better hand interrupts me just about to pull her plate chase.
I'm kidding! Don't go all pouty on me again. I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Let them know things will be easier. Mama said this morning he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
I almost have a smile and genuine uninhabited. It's strange talking about what other people, even those who have known you long enough. But days, things simply feel a whole lot lighter with them there. Young's passes to enjoyable fashion. Yeah, up there, people jab there, but most of it's spent on catching up and telling stories about whatever's keeping us busy these days. Something we didn't afford to do the day before, taking into account what happened. Even better, surprisingly chatty, is there something in the sea bass we ate? Sato appears, yes, energetic. While he's far from being the life of the party, he's definitely not the type to keep quiet in conversation with his friends. Apart from a few inputs, he's been silent the entire time. It better notices...
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
Huh? What? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Oh, sad.
Is it about the reviews this morning?
A pained expression crosses Sat's face, and almost immediately Better retreats in her inquiry, as though the man in this yurt is enough for the answer for her. A yurt between the two of them. Did I miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a bit of secret? This is why I don't like waiting up yet.
You heard about those, huh?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
Nah, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place. I should have expected it.
What reviews?
Bear Jance is outside, her emotions unsure, eyes asking for his consent on the matter. Although it is a small desire to keep asking on my part, I don't dare force it out. With that, it's always been better to wait, yet him speed on his own. Bear too to some extent, although with her experiences of temper are more common. In the end, he simply answers with a sniff of his shoulder, gesturing for her to go on with a tilt of his head.
It's his movie.
That doesn't explain anything. Stop dangling the information, Becca!
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. It's still your documentary.
Is it something bad?
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining other people's jobs.
From our turn raised to 9, it seems like she's the one shouted, not sad. This letter states me, which I promptly stamp down as soon as she sends me a hard yoke.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out dribble, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say. If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something.
No.
If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
You're giving up.
It wasn't a question.
It was just something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
A palm strikes the table, setting the table where on the top, chin against each other. I didn't even notice when I rose from my seat. But here I am, chest heaving, looking down at him in the same manner a teacher would to an unruly student. Bet is probably proud. I didn't mean to yell, but there's some things people at SATs aren't supposed to say. How exasperating. He of all people should know.
It's just a review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
A moose gleam in her eyes when I turned to her. Why does she find so entertaining here? Help me, here. Your friend is about to twist his passion for a petty reason. I hadn't read what those people wrote about his work, but a few scratching words shouldn't be enough to discourage someone. I should know after all why.
Failing means you're playing, Zach. Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at. I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
What I'm about to say that's jostling my tongue as a flush of embarrassment fumes across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit?
What exhibit?
Classified information.
Even if I bring you your favorite tonight?
Nope, not a chance.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
But the apps that comes from SAT.
Thanks, you two. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff. Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
There's no face at all, only a poor imitation of puppy dot eyes if you should talk this one.
Promise?
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys. Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now. One's night ain't for another week.
That's all the answer I need from him. His sentiment of sound is fulfillment of knowing that another person you know won't take the same path you walked. It's not that it's over for me though. I still have some time I should still come back. Do my own thing, or do what I really want to do. Sure, once power retires, once I'm done with everything. So I'm bad, my phone buzzes unexpectedly, breaking the present afternoon yawl. The screen shows Rose.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office?
Ha ha. Very funny, Rose. I'm hanging up.
Don't, I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
She states that as if it already explains everything. Then out of abuse, she answers a yawn rant about the awful state of Yotsburn streets. All of which she says in a single breath that I can barely team up and make out a single word. I stay quiet, if only to avoid becoming the next object of her frustration. She simply did better in that regard.
I'm stuck in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
When she has finally ran out of things to complain about and stops, what she says next still has none of what I'm hoping to hear from her. As Twit and Mumble plead for me to meet the right interior designer in her stead, and
anyway, I'll leave it to you. Bye. Thanks.
Just Rose, she ends the tour without even asking for my input. The sky is cloudless, and in the noontime, sun is beating down on the hard concrete when we leave the cafe. It's far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in a fickle mood, or make them invulnerable or taxing something. No wonder we have staff members doing able, Yeti. Not to mention my boss, mercurial moods. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usual cloudy weather back. For all the drapes about the unpredicted weather, though, the streets of Yotsburn remain constantly busy. The hurry, the tapping of shoes against the pavement, and the inner chatter coming from the lunchtime crowd filled the humid afternoon air. A small reminder of the things we still have to do regardless of how much I want to return to the comfort of my bed. Back to dry reality for me, sat to a meeting with a magazine publisher featuring luxury houses and better to the Essen plan and books at home. But more than once I tried to sneak in a yawning glance over something displayed on the shop window. Did she want to buy something? Here I did for her this Christmas. I turned my head to the shop she checked out. A feet in gems. The words still. Oh, hello! I'd be forgot this was a hard name. She looks at me, her eyes harrowed, gaze piercing and born into my very soul, yet a set of chains to keep my whole body still. There's no shadow or whisper to this. Only a peed, a hum, yowl, and instant. To compel me, better me, intend to drag me back to the void beyond the gas. I don't dare move. My heart hammers at some rib, each beat, every thump screaming at me to the way and made to run for it. But I can't. I shouldn't. All my yums feel heavy, while my own breathing strains in the face of her tools.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth is stretched in a grin wild and unpleasant. The panic building up in my chest, forcing me to take attentive steps back. I try not to stare at the detained fierce, blood streaming from the deepened wounds on her arms or her nailless fingers. I don't want this. Not at this. Not after I got what I want for Papa.
Oh no, stop. Leave me alone.
Her face retorts and yet so well, sharp and uttering unforgiving rage. There is only hatred and bitterness, even if the very notion of turning away from her is an offense in itself.
Please! I don't want this!
For I know that I'm staring backwards, my own throat hoarse from the streams. I didn't even notice anyone coming out of my mouth. Bat at my feet catches on the used stone, sending me sprawling on the ground. The sudden pain completely jolts me out of my haze, blurring my mind. For a little while my surroundings appear unfamiliar until Betty's face swarms into my vision. A little concern on her face and her hands are gripping my arms tight. Even Sad appears beside himself with worry while he stands behind her, acting as a shield against a small crowd of onlookers already forming around us.
What happened?
Bella, you okay?
My mouth opens and closes, but nothing comes out. The words refuse to form. On impulse, I sneak a giant spat at the window. She's gone. Yet the foreboding fiend hasn't left me. Maybe the dose isn't evil. Maybe it generally wants help. Maybe. I don't know, it did tell me in that alternate universe, so who knows. My hands started shaking as I pushed myself off the ground, my wheaten yams relying solely on the reflex and muscle memory. Something icy has made its home in the pit of my stomach. I want to throw up anything to get the wretched sensation out.
You are screaming! Zach, call someone!
No, don't. I'm good. I'm good.
Just have someone talk for you, Gov. I'm sorry, but...
I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later.
Careful! Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella. Zach, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
I attempt to smile to put her at ease, but anxiety comes off as a grimace. I gently push her hands off my shoulders. My knees are still trembling, but I can stand. Yeeve. Yeeve me. Stay away. Away? The humidity is stifling and everyone stares on another, better than sense of suffocating. I don't want to be here. No more. I break into a run. Oh damn. What's on how near my bed this morning? Here only occasional drips of water on the sink and whirring of the fan aids me to keep me company. It seems to fall into a cycle negative fainting. But even with the chatter to keep me company, the room still feels a whole lot bitter than usual. I had my knees closer as the group passes by outside. Yowled. So yowled. If only there was a way to tune everything out, to keep my head from replaying every image, every sound of her. Her screams, her awkward day. She reaches for me, her bone-chewing smell, her pleads for... Enough. That's enough. A shiver passes over me. There was not from the hair still hanging damp against my back, nor the draft that enters the room and from the windows I left wide open. My days shift over the letter sitting on the toffee table. It enters flutter inconsequently as the wind touches it. Funny how ordinary a piece of paper to bring this much trouble. The impulse to throw it away, rip it to all the pieces is still there. I need to do it, but after that, what? Will she leave me? What about those people who already seen it? Will they be okay? The uncertainty gnaws at me. Knowing that she's real might also do after the people I care about. I just wish someone would listen. Believe me. The abrupt breaking on the sides now makes me jump out of my skin. Grimy, I fish out my phone from under the mess of papers and cushions where tears she thrown it before taking a shower hours ago. Sat's name. Oh, Sat. Is he torn because of the afternoon? Frantic, he asked when I wanted to stuff, but I did leave the two of them without saying anything. Knowing Sat, I bet he's worried.
Hey, Zach.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you're not gonna pick up.
Sorry, it took me a while to find my phone.
No worries. You game tomorrow?
I paused. I don't recall making plans with Sat for the weekend.
Did I forget something?
Remember that guy I told you about? Back in the movies?
Oh, no.
The, priest? For the blessing?
Oh, crap.
Does it ring a bell?
Alright. I did say that, but I didn't think he would actually go through with the trouble, especially after what happened with his film. Sometimes I forget how kind Sat can be.
Yeah, I remember. Is he fine with it?
My friend doesn't mind. We're lucky he's not busy. So, tomorrow, he'll meet us at the mansion.
Okay. Sorry for the trouble, Zach.
Hey, no problem. I'm the one who suggested it to begin with. And, well, this afternoon you did surprise us. Never seen you scream like that. You scared the hell out of Rebecca.
I guess I owe you a lot for this, huh?
Nah, we're cool. You had us worried, but I know you'll tell us about it eventually. I just want to make sure you're doing well. You left all of a sudden, and you're not answering any of our calls.
He's trying to get me to talk. Normally I'd tell him I'm fine, say as simple as reassurance to put their minds at ease. Now, nothing will form. I can't bring myself to say anything. He seems to have sensed my hesitation because he immediately changes the subject.
Yeah, anyway, I gotta go. I left something on the stove before making this call. Just soup, but it'd be embarrassing if I burned soup.
I doubt it. Ashton, on the other hand...
Well, remind me to tell you about what he did with the pressure cooker next time. Oh, damn, it overflowed! Really need to get going. Bye, Bella.
He hangs up before I can find him. The busy's turned through muffled echoes through the receiver. No one is saying this will work, even if I'm doubtful it will. But right now, I'll take anything. Anything to get out of this nightmare. Sleep comes easy tonight. And for that first time in a long time I dream. Of tear sighs, of unrestrained laughter from children playing in the streets, and of small tramp dwellings. To an outsider, the sight does not paint a pretty picture. However, this is home to me. Okay. I'm gonna leave that there, just in case I accidentally make this any more younger than it needs to be. But yeah. So, the spooks are slowly building up. That's understandable. That's cool. But I think we're still in sort of the setup stage at the moment. So bear with. I do reckon something major is going to happen soon. More than the window display. But I am intrigued. I love the music. Even though this is a year tool different from when I usually play, I do love it. It feels warm, feels nice. Sat, I'm in the other room. He's just so nice. From that note, have a good one. And I'll see you on the next one with something a lot more spooky. Goodbye.